Hello guys, I came up with another video regarding event binding. So there are a few scenarios I want to explain you before going forward. That's very important binding to be learned in React. So let me open my presentation. I want to show the theoretically first, and then I will show the coding as well. Then you can understand very easily. So here, see the ReactJS in binding event handlers. In ReactJS, we need to bind events so that this keyword would not return an undefined. In this article, we are going to see the different ways in which we can bind the event handlers in ReactJS. Usually, if you are using any class components, we should need to the all this kind of bindings. If you don't have this kind of bindings, your maybe the results is not coming once you are clicking the on-click events. Any on-click events is not going to give the proper results, and also it is going to throw the error. Okay, fine. What does it mean of that one? I have to show the first one and second one and third one and fourth one different ways. I want to show the one. I want to close this one. I hope in this time my Visual Studio Code is viewable, but in previous videos it was not that much good. So let me create the one folder event bind, and then we can go to the event bind. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, normal code event bind. Okay, this is the folder, and then inside of this I want to create the event bind dot css. Okay, so import react from react, import react from react. I hope you got it, guys. In from here, like in as I said in previous, just I want to type props. Okay, type props, empty props, and the type I'm sorry, without type. Okay, type state equal to what is there in message. Just I want to give it the message string. The type is string. So here I want to create the class name bind event bind. So extends react dot sorry react react dot component. In react.component, so here I want to call up props. Okay, so I want this, and then state I will call over here, and then I will open it, and just the constructor, the special parameter constructor, it will go to accept the props colon props. Okay, fine, and then props, and then the keyword super keyword, and props super keyword props, and then over here, and then here, like in just I want to show that this dot state message colon um welcome. Okay, I want to keep it in such a way in the state I declared it, and then guys, in render method, and here we have written and the div tag. After being inside of the div tag, we have the button click and plain button click. I want to take it the button. Okay, button click. Just I want to get the click. That's it. And then so we want to change the state message to and different message in farewell or something. So we require the bind events over here. So how you are going to call it? And once I'm clicking should come, right? So here, like an on click event, once I will do it the on click event, as I said in camel case, and here like in just this keyword should be important. If you haven't pressed the click handler, and this click handler I want to declare it over here with function, and over here just I will call it this dot set state. Okay, this dot set state, and then as just simply like in message, just I want to keep it farewell. What is going to be happening? Farewell. So if I'm running this application, so here export it, just I want to export it, put default event one. Okay, event file. So what's going to be happen, guys? Like in so if I'm running, the output should acceptable, like and it is going to throw the error. What is the error it is coming up? When I'm clicking the button, we get the error this because the returns the undefined. That means in the static is going to be written the undefined because we require the bind event. So let me show that, guys, and the time to come to the bind event. Something just before coming up, before showing up, I want to comment out this piece of code, and then the event bind. Okay, event bind. So once I'll give it this, so, okay, I want to show the very okay, fine. I want to close all these nonsense things. I don't want this one, I don't want this one, I don't want to remaining things. Okay, fine. See here. Okay, I want to read on this one. Okay, fine. What is the output is expecting? As I said, like in let's see what is going to be happen. See here, it's coming the error, type error. What is the type error it is, guys? Like in cannot read properties of undefined reading in set state. What is required is time to come the bind event. But in each and every application, we require the bind event in over here, guys. Just over here, like in bind event is without bind event it should not work, because in this method this keyword is call it in the particular bind method, and then it will go to give the it will go to once you are clicking the one, it will go to give the proper output for the set state. So this is the bind here, the bind method is going to give this keyword. So we'll see what is going to be happening over here. Like in once I will come here, I want to show the output. I want to read and see. Once I'm clicking here, it is going to, I'm sorry, I want to keep it in somewhere else. No, no output. So good. So I want to deconstruct buddy. So here, like in, I want to show here, like in a constant, yeah, like in this dot state, this dot state, this dot state, some parameters, okay. Um, here some name, otherwise I want to comment out. This one is not required much, and I will talk to you later about this one. And first, before going, just I want to keep it the h1 tag. Sorry, I don't know, h1 tag. In this h1 tag, I want to call the this dot, so this dot state dot state dot message, state dot message. So in this dot state dot message, and then now inside of this bucket file, break, not break over here. I'm sorry, it's not taken. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We'll see what's going to be happen now. And this time I want to show the output. Okay, fine. That's good. Okay, it's not rendering because in I'm writing inside of the JSX. That's the reason. So and I'm calling over here, and I want to put it inside of the view. So and then I want to give it the one break over here. Okay, fine. That's pretty good. See now, see the welcome is coming up. Once I'm clicking this one, it is going to change the farewell. This is the one way to do the binding. The second way, I want to call it in the second way, like in I want to show them the second way, like in uh, just in arrow functions. So that arrow function, I will call it the on-click event and outside on-click event as well. So I want to copy this particular one. I don't want to bind method usually. So I don't want any bind method. Don't use the bind method, guys, because it is going to be is not good practice to be used the bind method as for React implementation. Just most of the times you can use it the okay, I will tell you in the end of the video, but let me do this one as well to you guys, then it's easy. So here, and just an arrow function. In this arrow function, just I will call the this dot click handler. That's pretty much of it. Not required any bind method over here if I'm calling an arrow function. So we'll see in what is going to be happen. So it should work and as expected as it is. So when I'm running this one and I'm going here and rerun it, and I want to change it, so it's not working. That's so good. So here the function, that's the reason. Here I need to declare the function. Without function, if I'm declaring without function, it should not work. So here once I'm clicking, see, firewall is working as expected. So React team is come up with the proper way to be declare the binding method, and they are declaring an always in top of the constructor. That's the better way, better approach to get the binding method. Now all these methods are not required. So if you have in very small code or some small piece of code, you can declare here and you can do it in for practice. But if you are getting an API call, or if you are getting in any other calls and you can't use it in such a kind of methods, you always in better approach, you have to do it the better approach, like in here, like in just I want to declare this dot click handler, and just in this dot click handler dot bind. This is the another approach, guys. Bind does this, and this is the way the React team is using most of the times. So I want to comment out this piece of code, and I will copy, and I don't want to use it the one, and I want to on click and this dot click handler. Just simply I want to keep it this dot click handler. I don't want to anything else involved. Sorry. That's pretty much of it. So instead of farewell, I want to keep it uh, um, third bind event. Third bind event. Okay. Third bind event. We'll see what is the output is coming up, guys. See here, and once I'm clicking, see third bind event is coming up. This is the third approach, you guys, and the another approach is the. I want to show the another approach, guys. Just I want to keep it this dot click handler, like in I don't want to keep it here, just an arrow function. I want to keep it an arrow function over here. This is the another approach, but in arrow function already I showed in here, but rather than calling in here, I want to call it in outside. This is the fourth approach, guys. I'm sorry, fourth bind event. So we'll see in what is the output will come, and then I will wind up the video again. So see, fourth bind event. So most of the times, okay, say before wind up, most of the times I'm using this kind of arrow function. Arrow function is always be better, guys. But in this approaches also is good. These two approaches is not acceptable actually in the React world. So these two approaches is okay. You can do it in how you want to bind it, in how you want to click event handler clicking. So this is the best approach. But in normal practice, everybody is using this kind of arrow functions. If you're using this kind of arrow functions, also should work out in that one. So here there are four approaches. So I'm preferable to go to the this fourth approach. That's pretty much of it, guys. That is the event binding. So we'll catch up in another video, like in conditional rendering in React. Bye bye, guys. See ya.